All right, thanks for tuning in to this daily horoscope. My name is Athen, and this is for January 15th through the 17th, Thursday through Saturday. So we have the moon in Scorpio and Ophiuchus for these 3 days. Thursday in Scorpio, Friday and Saturday in Ophiuchus. So on Thursday, this is about getting in touch with our instinctual nature, stepping into our power as well, getting familiar with the deeper elements of life. Then on Friday, Saturday, it's taking these elements, these deep instinctual aspects of ourself, and embracing them. This is what Ophiuchus symbolizes. Ophiuchus is the serpent bearer. He's not casting the serpent out. He's not fighting the serpent. He's befriended it. And of course, the serpent is symbolic for our lower nature, for our egos. So this is where we want to become all-encompassing, all-accepting of all aspects of ourself. And this is any fears we might have, any attachments, going deep in order to have that friendly relationship with all aspects of ourself, becoming holistic. And then through that, naturally, there's that transformation process, which comes at the end of this transit once we enter Sagittarius and pass through the galactic center. So for these 3 days, it's a great time to go deep, great time to accept all aspects of yourself, see which elements of yourself might have attachments or fears, and accepting them. Because what we find is once we accept fears and attachments, they naturally want to go anyways. And those are aspects that aren't really, our true self. So once we do that, once we have the acceptance, then they can go. But until we do, they kind of keep knocking on the door, keep pounding at the door until we answer it, until they're heard. So now's the time to listen, to go deep, to listen, see what our, quote, lower selves are telling us, and to embrace them in order for us to become holistic and transform. And of course, there's an immense power in this process as well. Now, this is during the disseminating phase of this whole lunar cycle, so the energies are starting to die down right now anyways. We're also coming up to the end of this Pluto squaring up to the North Node. So there's some lessons learned taking place right now, and I think it's a really important time for us to reflect. And I think also in terms of the aspect chart, we have Mars squaring up to Saturn, which is urging us to take things very slowly right now, to take things one step at a time, to see the big picture, kind of hold back a little bit, not rush into anything. It's very important that we approach things in this way. Mars wants things now. Mars wants things fast. Saturn is saying, okay, well, that's fine, but we have to take this whole transformational process. We have to be observant. We have to take it slow. So, taking that slow and steady approach to this whole transformational process, but to all areas of our life, I think is definitely in flow for us right now at the moment. And we'll definitely benefit from that. Of course, we can get things done when it's taken one step at a time. Now, Mercury is trining up to the North Node, so there's definitely something to be learned right now in terms of all of this transformation. Like you've heard me talk about in the previous dailies, we have this whole Pluto squaring up to the North Node right now at the moment, urging us to make some sort of changes or transformations in our life. Now, with Mercury trining up to the North Node in such a positive aspect, it's essentially showing us there's something to be learned here. So pay attention, especially around Thursday, about what you're learning about this whole process. Are you treating it as a learning experience? Some sort of insights will be available, and I think that's going to assist us in the rest of January and into February. Now, on Friday, we had the last aspect of this Pluto squaring up to the North Node, so this is finishing it up. Some last-minute things here. And this is always a learning time anyways, because the last part of the aspect is when we really start to understand it. And I think by Friday, Saturday, we can really start to understand what this whole transformation is, and perhaps even how to implement it more specifically for the next few months while it's in orb. So pay attention to this. I think you'll definitely benefit from it. But all in all, like I've been saying, step into that power to make transformation in your life. And in this case, be willing to learn and take things slow. All right, so let's go and draw a card and see where Spirit would like a little more emphasis for these 3 days. Okay, Venus. Well, there she is, sensual, taking things, enjoying the whole process actually. And she's in Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. So it's also forming a sextile, nice sextile position up to the moon she is. So maybe this is a reminder to just connect to our enjoyments of life. you know, and she has a very positive aspect to the North Node too. She's trining up to it still. So are you enjoying your path? Are you enjoying what you're doing? Maybe all of this, taking a step back and learning, maybe we need to look at it in the light of, are we enjoying the process? Are we enjoying what we're doing? Because without that sense of enjoyment, like I said in my last video, what's the point? And so perhaps this is a reminder from Spirit to enjoy, it's reminding us to enjoy what we're doing, to take things nice and slow in the sense of stopping to smell the roses and moving forward in that sort of slow, sensual way. All right, well, I hope you guys have a great 3 days. I want to thank you all again for all of your support, and I will see you next time. Take care.